Okay, yes, hello nieces and nephews, it is I, your weird Uncle Rald, and today we are going to be talking about something existential in nature. Not something in nature that is existential, although that is the case also, but something that is inherently existential in nature. So we're going to be talking about the frequency of making videos, which is what I'm doing right now. Look, all this stuff is on video. It's being recorded. Woo! So, in my opinion, there are three approaches to the videos, I guess, like, to making videos. I guess it can be broken down to easy, medium, and hard. Like video game levels, except with making YouTube videos. There are people who do it for a hobby. They do it every once in a while. Now that's what this channel is sitting at right now, but we're going to start to put videos out more frequently so we could hit that next tier and see what's going on. So the next tier, speaking of, I think is like the business level. It's people who work on their channel like it's a business, you know? That's not to say you have a business mindset where you're all about, you know, networking and promoting and monetizing, but it's the mindset of you wake up and you have a duty, you have a career, if you will, to go and to make videos, just like you would wake up and you would go into work. And then you have the YouTubers who make it into their lifestyle, where they just do it every day without thinking about it. There's always a camera everywhere. Which brings me to my list. We have a pros cons list that I made for the lifestyle vlogging, because I would love to do it. I really would, but there are downsides and drawbacks. So we're going to explore it all together as we go through this little channel together. The first pro is it's lots of fun. I love vlogging. I love being on video and doing strange things. Right, Harry? Right. So it's lots of fun to go through and film and then go back and edit. It's a whole bunch of fun. A good old helping of fun. But then the con to that is it's a lot of work. Once the fun is over, you gotta sit through and edit it. Well, editing can be fun too, but in a different way. But sitting through and editing comes with every video. People say like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber, but I don't like to edit. Well, guess what? You probably won't like being a YouTuber then, because every single video you put out, you have to edit. And that's not to say that filming can't be a lot of work too. When I film the shows about nothing, that's a whole lot of work. It takes a whole week to make one of those. And even filming can be stressful, especially when the actors are so stressful. Am I right? I can hear you talking about me over there, you better stop! Sorry, Harry. So that's the first pro-con set. Lots of fun, lots of work. Okay, another pro that is a very appealing draw for a lot of people. I feel like you get an audience much more quickly when you are a lifestyle YouTuber. When you are putting out a lot of content, there's more for people to look at, therefore there's more for people to be drawn to your page initially, there's more for people to remember you, and there's more for people to recommend. Now, back in the old Wild West of YouTube, when Grandma Uncle Rald was at her prime, it wasn't like that. You did not need excessive amounts of content. There were very big YouTubers who would put out content maybe like every 2 weeks, maybe once a month. I mean, Smosh, who was like the biggest YouTuber like initially, well, it was two people, they only put out videos like every few weeks originally on their original channel, and that's because the channels were like TV channels. And back in the early 2000s, I don't know if you guys remember, but I sure do, it was all about the reruns. I remember my older sister saying, "Why are you watching reruns so much?" But that's because it was on and it was what we liked. So when I originally started watching YouTube, that transferred over. I would rewatch the videos I liked over and over and over. That was a long tangent. I apologize. But the more content you have, the more content you have. The more content you put out, the more people are going to see of you. Therefore, you will gain an audience much more quickly, I feel. And then the con of that. The con is you lose your privacy. Not only because there are people who want to know what you're doing and you have like that need to fulfill, but you also are filming everything you're doing. So, you know, I always say be smart while vlogging. I think I've said that once and it was now. But I always think you should be smart when you're filming anything. Don't film the front of your house. Don't film the back of your house. How about just don't film the outside of anybody's house that you don't want people to go there? Film in like a room or film somewhere in public if you want to like walk around outside. But other than the seedy underbelly side of that, it's just there's no mystery to you. I guess there are some celebrities that we don't know everything about, and so there's like a certain like mystique to them, I guess. I hope I used that word right. Vloggers, there isn't any of that. You know everything about them. You know their favorite color, you know everything they like, everything they do every day, their habits, their mannerisms. You just like learn this person and create a relationship with that person, which, you know, is also about gaining an audience, but also as the person giving the content, it's kind of unsettling to know you're like giving your privacy away freely. So that's a big con. Another pro, another great thing is that it's awesome records and like documentation. When I am 500 years old, I can look back and be like, I don't know what it'll sound like when I'm 500, probably. But when I'm looking back at these, I could be like, oh, when I was 25 Earth years old, I made these wonderful YouTube videos and played with my toys and had a grand old time. And I can look back at the people I interacted with, and I could feel good inside, feel that good glow of nostalgia. Another con that plays into this too is documentation of every single thing you do. I guess that also plays into the loss of privacy. If you're keeping records of stuff, again, be smart. Don't record yourself doing anything illegal. Don't record yourself doing anything immoral. Just, you know, keep it safe, happy vlogs. Safe, happy vlogs. Another pro is you push yourself. You can push your limits and take healthy risks. For example, if you're vlogging, you could be like, oh, like, it would be really cool if I would show my audience me, you know, painting a picture or going to a concert or anything to take, like, or learning how to drive. Those, like, well, don't, like, have someone else film you if you're learning how to drive. Don't vlog yourself. That's not a healthy risk. That's an unhealthy risk. So that's something that can help you push yourself. And then also with the hard work I mentioned earlier, it definitely helps you push yourself into creating that work ethic and just creating for the sake of creation. But the con to that, and this is a big con that I feel like a lot of people slip into, is living for the views and doing things for the views. Obviously, always be yourself when vlogging, because like if you're not, what's the point of that? Because somebody else is filling that need and you're creating the lack of a need for you. So be yourself when you're vlogging, because there is a need for your kind of person on this platform and frankly in the world. So that, and also don't take unhealthy risks. If you're gonna jump out of a plane, make sure you're gonna have a parachute. If you're, like I said earlier, if you're driving, have someone else film you. don't be dangerous on the top of buildings. I don't know what being dangerous is. I guess being on top of the building's inherently dangerous. But be smart, safe, happy vlogging. Smart, safe, happy vlogging. The last pro and con is specific to me, and this is gonna get rather personal. The last pro is being seen, and I like being seen in the healthy way, where you're performing and you're putting something on, like a play where you give someone a piece or show someone something creative, and then you generally, you get applause at the end, and you know you're seen, and it's healthy and it's all good, and it keeps the world on going. The con to that is also the pro is being seen. Now, being seen is really hard for me. For someone who doesn't want to be seen in a negative way, or to be seen, well, nobody wants to be seen in a negative way, but to be seen in a specific way. And I guess that goes back to caring about what people think, and nobody should care about what anybody else thinks of them. But it also, it comes with a lot of lack of self-acceptance, I suppose. And so being seen by others is really a reflection of me seeing myself. And so I guess that's something that making these videos can help me with, is my self-acceptance. And that's really, that and the sake of creating to create are the reasons that I would like to make videos for you guys. Yes, thank you for watching this ramble on pros and cons to vlogging and pros and cons to making YouTube videos, frankly. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. See if I stick to my word and I commit to the next level of video making. Like this video if I said something that made you smile, helped you out a little. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, and Instagram. And have a great day! Thanks!